So, good morning, children. Hope you are doing well. Today it is the first session of social studies after a very long time. We have already finished two lessons to you. Now, this is the third lesson. One we did the physical features of India, India our country. Second we did the minerals of India, right? And now again we came back to social geography lessons. Here, from today onwards, we are going to learn about all the physical features of our country. You know very well, our country is divided into six physical features. The the northern mountains, northern plains, western desert or Great Indian Desert, southern plateau, coastal plains and islands. Okay, so we are taking the first one today, the northern mountains. These northern mountains only are known as the Great Himalayas. Where do they lie? They lie to the top of India. For example, I can't draw so well, but I hope you can understand somehow. Wait. It comes like this. Rough children, totally a rough sketch. Somehow like this. Imagine, I can't draw better than this. It goes like this somehow. Okay. So, here lie the Himalayan mountains. Here lie the Great Himalayas. Understand? We have a very long range of mountains at the northern part of our country, at the top of our country. They are called the Himalayan mountains. Meaning of Himalaya is, Hima means snow, Alaya means house, the home. So Himalaya means the home of snow, we can say, or abode of snow. Abode means also home of snow. Himalaya meaning abode of snow. What is the meaning of Himalaya? Abode of snow. An abode of snow. Like a home of snow, we can say. Understand? These mountain ranges are shaped like an arc. You know what is arc? This shape is called arc. From here they start like this, they go like an arc. Okay. And where to where they are stretching? They are spread from Jammu and Kashmir in the north till Arunachal Pradesh in the east. They are spread from Jammu and Kashmir in the north, top of our country, the topmost state of our country. Understand? Is it a state, children, now? No. It is a union territory at present. Recently converted into union territory. Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir. Two more. 7 were there. Now we have 9 union territories like that. So the Himalayan mountains spread from the north of India, Jammu and Kashmir here, to Arunachal Pradesh here. Okay. Further, these hills, high mountains, turn southwards and known as the northeastern hills. From here they come like this south. Wait, once again I will draw and show you. So I said Like this it comes. This is northern part of India, it is eastern part of India. Here Jammu and Kashmir is there, our own state. Okay, beautiful state of our country, we can say. They start from here till Arunachal Pradesh in the east. This is north and this is east. Okay, from east they come southwards down to Nagaland, Meghalaya, Tripura, Manipur, West Bengal, etc. So they are called they are not very high. They are shorter than the Himalayan mountains in the north. Okay. The Himalayas are the highest mountains and have many parallel ranges. Himalaya means it is not a one range. What is a range? A line of mountains together one by one, one by one. Or I can say a chain of mountains. One by one, it is a chain of mountains. Okay. It is called a range. What is a range? A chain of mountains or a line of mountains is called a range. Okay. So this Himalayan mountain range is not the one. It is divided into 3 parallel lines. I will teach it again afterwards. It is divided into 3. Here on the top, Nepal, Bhutan and all here one layer. Some India, in India it is another layer. And here in Meghalaya, Tripura, Manipur, there another layer. Like this, it is in 3 different parallel lines. Okay, I will teach you about these 3 lines afterwards. Let me first complete it. So, this is a very, very, very important place for us. Because these Himalayas, in these Himalayas only, the world's highest mountain in the world. Which is the highest mountain in the world? Mount Everest. Highest mountain in the world, which is called the Mount Everest. The Mount, MT means Mount, Everest is situated in the upper line of these Himalayan mountains. Understand? And it is in Nepal, not in our country, children. It is in Nepal. Okay, so in this Himalayan range, we have the highest mountain in the world, which is called the Mount Everest. And you know, its height from the sea level is about 9,000 meters. 9,000 meters high. Or I can say 8,848 meters. Means, is it not near to 9,000? So it more than this, no any other mountains are as high as Himalayan mountains. It is located in the Himalayan mountains and it is in the country of Nepal. Other than this, there are so many other high mountains. Second highest mountain we have in India. It is the highest mountain in our country. It is called Mount Ketu. It is called Mount Ketu. Mount Ketu is the highest mountain in India. Highest mountain in India. Okay. It is also called Godwin Austen. It is also called Godwin Austen. Why it is called Godwin Austen? Because the name Mount Ketu is given to this mountain by the person called Godwin Austen. Understand? By the person called Godwin Austen. Then other many such high mountains are present in India, which are in the Himalayan range. They are Kanchenjunga, Nanga Parbat, Nanda Devi, etc. These high mountains have always challenged the people. So many people were excited to trek on these mountains, means climb on these mountains. And the first two persons ever climbed the Mount Everest are Tenzing Norgay and Edmund Hillary. Tenzing Norgay is a Nepali person who, what Sherpa we call them, Sherpa. Who are Sherpas? Sherpas are the people who help the mountaineers while climbing the mountains. They are called Sherpas. So he was a Sherpa who Tenzing Norgay. He is from Nepal. And another one is a New Zealander, a person from New Zealand called Edmund Hillary. They went on they reached the tip of the Mount Everest first time. Then our own country person called a woman, Bachendri Pal. She is the first woman from India to reach the top of Mount Everest. Many people tried. Understand? These two people, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay, went in reached the Mount Everest in the year 1953. Means how many years back? Now it is going on 2020 kada. 1953 means how many years? 67 years ago. Okay, 67 years ago they reached the top of. So these Himalayan mountains challenged so many people, and many people were excited to climb. Some were successful and some were not. Among those who were successful are, what we know, the first persons who landed on the top of or tip of Mount Everest were Tenzing Norgay from Nepal, Edmund Hillary from New Zealand. Okay, then Bachendri Pal of India, she went on the mountain peak in the year 1984. 1984. So, these Himalayas are very, very useful to us. When I talk about how are they useful, I will tell many sentences about it. But now I can tell you only one thing. They act like a wall and they protect our country from the coldest winds which blow from the polar region, from the places which are ice covered. Okay. They make a northern boundary for our country, and they really like what you can say, they act like a watchman who always saves us or looks after, guards our house. Like guard, they are standing at the northern part of our country. Understand? Their stretch, how long they are stretching in India from here to here? 2,500 kilometers, children. Their stretch is 2,500 kilometers from east to west of northern India. The Himalayas, we cannot say they are same length, same height everywhere. Their height and length differ. In the north, in Jammu and Kashmir, they are broader, bigger. As we go towards the east, they become narrower. Understand? In the northeast, these mountains are much lower in height. Small mountains, they are just like the hills. Important mountains in them are Jayantiya, Garo, Khasi and Naga, Mizo, Lushai. These are the mountains which Jayantiya, Garo, Khasi, Naga, Mizo and Lushai. These mountains are the part of eastern part, southeastern part of Himalayan mountains. So, here we will end our lesson today. Tomorrow I am telling, in the beginning I told no, Himalayas are in 3 lines, parallel lines. What are these 3 parallel lines called? What are what are their heights? What importance they do carry? All these things we will learn tomorrow. Understand? So that is it for today, children.